Big B on the track. Oh boy.
Captain Saber Bro is here to save the day. Playerism is the antidote to feminism. You want her to pay for this shit. No, but I can tell you, women ain't gonna try you if they feel like they can't try you. If they tried you, they felt like there was something else got going on. Worry about you. Worry about you, how you treating me. So make sure you hit that like button. Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. Now, what's up? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? How is everybody doing tonight? We are live. We are live and we getting ready to spit some good old gizang. Everybody that's out there, let me get a one in the chat where you at. Let me get a one in the chat where you at. Let's get a roll call going. Let's get a roll call going. Make sure y'all pass that collection plate. Make sure y'all pass that collection plate. Let's get a roll call going. We're going to talk about, I have so much that I want to talk about. I was going to talk about Safari and Nicki Minaj and like celebrity shit, but I think I got something more important to talk about. And then we're going to talk about Looks Money Status a little bit later. But shout out to Ritu in the building. Killer 305. Shout out to the 305. Tyler, what's up? Tony Starks from Brooklyn representing. Dominic. Pink Tips is in the building. Y'all make sure y'all pass that collection plate. Anthony Franks from Dallas. AXB1 from Cali. We all over the globe with it, baby. We all over the globe. That ism spread wide. F a celebrity. Nah, it's actually pretty funny, man. And it's a lot that you can learn from that Nicki Minaj and Safari shit. It's old, but I saw a video the other day. I saw a video the other week, and I was like, I should talk about this because it's pretty funny. But we're gonna get into more pressing matters. We're going to get into more pressing matters. I'm going to take calls if you guys want to come up and get your questions asked. If you want to get laced up via, what you call this, video chat or whatever. If you want to get laced up, I'm going to put the link in the chat in a second. Also put your questions in the chat because it's a Q&A show. So if you guys got questions, put them in the chat. Jeremy, what's up, bro? You keep teasing us with it. You got to let us have it. Let you have what, bro? The Safari shit? If I got time, I'll do it, bro. If I got time, shout out to G Williams. Shout out to G Williams. That Players Club has some good game in it. Just saying. It definitely do. It definitely do. I'm with you when you're right. Hey, G Williams ain't lie, but I appreciate you for the $10 super chat. Yeah, fellas, go join the Players Club right now at theplayersclub.vip or click the link in the chat. It's my private exclusive men's community, our private men's exclusive men's community. We chop up game in there, man, on the daily. There's no group like it, and you get personal direct access to me, yours truly, your gracious game advisor, King Dre. You understand what I'm saying? So if you guys have noticed, I haven't really been answering my DMs on Instagram and TikTok and all that because my efforts and my energy have to go for the guys that's in the group. So I prioritize that. So if you want to get access to me, join the Players Club. The link is in the chat or go to theplayersclub.vip. We also meet twice a month. We meet twice a month. Chop up game, break down dating, your dating text messages, dating app profiles, whatever issues you have, you can bring them to me. We sit on the call, however long the call lasts. We on there all night, 3, 4, 5 hours. Whatever we need to do to get you where you need to be, that's what we're going to do. And we all meet as a group every other week. You also get 50% discounts on my personal one-on-one coaching, and you get discounts on all of the courses. All of my courses, you get discounts. My seduction course that's coming out, if you're in the Players Club, you're gonna get a good discount on that too. So just saying, the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip. Meet me there. What they say, beat me there, don't meet me there. How they say it? Beat me there, don't meet me there. Beat me there, don't meet me there. But yeah, man, if you guys got questions, put your questions in the chat. We're gonna get started in a minute. As an 18-year-old male, you're helping me take the steps necessary toward becoming a man. Much love from Canada. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. It's hard being 18, man. I know, because if you date down, you date young in age, it's a crime. And don't nobody your age want you. The girls that's 18, they dating the dudes that's 20, 21, 22, 23, sometimes 30 and 40 and shit. And if they look, depending on how they look, you see what I'm saying, to older rich guys. So it's hard, but just keep building yourself up. Keep building yourself up as a man, man. You're going to have your turn. You understand? But fuck love right now for you. You know, guys that age should be in love and all in relationships and shit. That shit is out. I'm gonna do the podcast coming this week. I'm gonna be talking about that along with breakups. A lot of guys keep asking me how to get over her. What steps do I need to take? So I'm gonna go in depth on that. That's gonna be this week's coming podcast, dropping on Friday. Are there some of these other are some of these other dating coaches full of it? You ain't got to say no names. I mean, in every area of life, there's gonna be people who full of it. It's gonna I don't know what the hell happened, man. My damn. Are we live? All right, we back. We back. Are we back? If we back, press 1. All right, we back. Press 1. The breaker on my damn outlet went off. I heard it. That shit sounded crazy. It knocked my internet off and everything. My camera cut off. Kind of weird. Yeah, the breaker on my wall, I got like one of them outlets with a bunch of plugs in it. It just shut off for some reason. I don't know why or what happened, but it's kind of weird. But anyway, where was I at, man? Where was I at? Where was I at? Oh, are some of these other dating coaches full of it? But as I was saying, bro, in every arena, in every game, you're gonna have people that's bullshit, and you're gonna have people that ain't bullshit. So that should answer your question, bro. There's always gonna be whatever arena or walk of life or profession. There's always gonna be bullshit people. It's gonna be scams. It's gonna be people who faking the phone, and it's gonna be real niggas. In whatever you do. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever arena you decide to go in. So you just got to learn to separate the real from the fake. You got to learn how to separate the real from the fake and know who real and know who ain't real. That's your responsibility as a man. So let's answer some more. Why would a man live with his ex-girl if they're not together? Bills, bro. It's bills. People rent high as fuck. Rent high as fuck, bro. Rent high as fuck. I know quite a few people that do that. And also, too, it's a lot of times, man, people don't really be broken up like they say they, a lot of the times the woman be wanting to, date around and do her own thing, but she can't keep up the rent by herself, but she still want the dude to have access to him. It just be situationships that people, we in the age of like, it's okay to have situationships versus 30 years ago, that type of shit was frowned upon. But nobody frowns upon people living together and not being married, not being in a committed relationship, shit all open. It's baby mama, raggedy shit. That type of shit is normal now. So everybody do it. You see what I'm saying? Especially because it's more economically sound because rent high as fuck. You see what I'm saying? So, they down there be roommates. Watch one of your TikToks. You were saying let a girl pay. So if she offers on the first few dates, still allow her to pay or not? Since another video of yours, you say to offer to pay as a test. I never say I offer to pay as a test. You always, if you ask a girl on a date, you're supposed to pay for the date. Now, if a woman insists on paying, then let her pay. If she say, hey, you know what, I got it, I'm gonna pay her for everything, that's more than likely a green light. You see what I'm saying? That's a hard choose. So, why block your blessing? If you want to pay for the date to feel better about yourself or feel good or get good karma, who am I to block that? Go ahead, baby. Go on and invest yourself in this. Now, if she offer to pay for her shit and let you pay for yours, if she insists on paying her half of the shit or whatever she spent, and then that's a rejection. You can you can pretty much count her out, basically. But I never said, y'all be getting my shit all twisted. I ain't never ever say offer to pay as a test. I ain't never say no shit like that. You're supposed to pay. If you invite somebody out, if I invite my mama out, if I invite my brother out to go somewhere, I'm gonna pay for it. But do you want to improve your dating game? Looking for solutions to step your game? Oh, I thought that was a question. I thought she was asking me a question. All right. Too much electricity going through. Yeah, probably. Might want to split it up. Might be pulling too many amps. Yeah. Yep. Most of these dating coaches are bullshit. Aren't thoroughbred for shit. Yeah, it's a lot of fakes out here. It's a lot of fakes out here. It is a lot of fakes. I'm 22 and haven't been with a chick in my life. I'm not a bad looking guy, but I definitely lack game. Before I'm 23, I vowed to change this. What you think I should do to better my situation? You need to join the Players Club. Pink Tips just posted the link right after your comment. Click that link and join the Players Club. Invest $25 and then join the Players Club, and I got you. But I'll be here all night trying to figure out what's wrong with you and why you can't lose your virginity. You understand what I'm saying? You need to join the Players Club like now, and you need to be like, send me a message now and say, hey, I'm the one that messaged you on YouTube. But yeah, if that's what you want to do, and I've helped plenty of guys, virgins, lose their virginity over the 5 years I've been doing this. Several walked them to it. Nigga hit me up 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey man, I just scored. Yeah, bro, several times. I got the receipts too. I'm not against anything that helps men not be taken advantage of and that preaches self-improvement to men. So I'd never be totally against it, stuff like that. However, as far as like it has no place in like dating and seduction and relationships. You see what I'm saying? A lot of that shit I don't rock with though, but anything that teaches men to be better men, I'm cool with that. I'm always be cool with that, you know? Yeah, y'all put your questions in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. If you guys want to come up, you guys want to come to get on the call. What's up, Blood Wolf Gaming? Get on the call. Get some game. Hit that link. I heard in another video you said a lot of the red pill content creators are more often racist and misogynistic. What have you noticed that made you come to that conclusion? Well, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I noticed a lot of it. Just based on a lot of the talking points. And when certain things happen, like in like certain events happen, like current events or things that happen in the world, a lot of these guys step outside of their professions and they give their opinions on certain stuff. And me seeing certain stuff lets me know that, okay, I see where this person's mind at. I see where their head at. You follow a lot of them on Twitter. You got to follow the personal accounts and not the not just the YouTube stuff. And when I first came into the space, I was doing a lot of research on it because I was like, what the fuck is this corny shit? Like, why are people, I didn't understand like why people would like cling to like, movies and fucking fiction and shit like that. That shit was weird to me. So I wanted to look more deeply into it. And, a lot of it is, a lot of it is rooted in racism and misogynistic shit. And misogyny is a real thing. I'm not saying everybody who speaks out against the bullshit that women do is misogynic, but as misogynistic, but misandry is a real thing. And misogyny is a real thing. And there are people in this space who are misogynistic. That don't, that's who they are. If that's what they want to be, let them be. It's women who misandrous. If she want to hate men, let them hate men. If they want to hate women, let them hate women. That ain't me. I don't have a reason to hate women. My mother treated me well. My grandmother's treated me well. My aunts treated me well. My sisters, cousins treated me well. And the women that I've dealt with treated me well. So, I don't have that experience. Now, have I got bullshit from women? Of course. But by and large, man, women have done nothing but added value to me over the years since I've been, living. Women have added to me. So I don't really have a reason to hate women. And the few women who was on some bullshit, I don't let them, they don't represent every woman. I understand that, that's more than likely a reflection of myself, number one. And, that's just who this person is, but she don't represent the next woman, or she don't represent my mom, or you see what I'm saying? That's just this person with their own bullshit, and I deal with it like that. I don't let my experience with one shitty person that I chose at the end of the day, I don't let that, dampen my view or poison my view of everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't hate women. I don't care to hold them accountable. You know, I love women. I think women are very valuable. I think they're very valuable to relationships and, you know, assets. I was just sitting here doing my food prep. I was just sitting here what Sunday I was doing I'm getting into the meal prep shit, right? Because y'all see your boy getting kind of fat. And I gotta get that weight off. Because you know, as you get older, you know, too much weight and too much muscle on your body is not good for you. So, you know, I got to get this weight down. So I was meal prepping Sunday and I was like, man, this shit ghetto, bro. Like my mother raised me to be very self-sufficient. My mother raised me to be very self-sufficient, wash clothes. I can cook probably better than most women. You understand what I'm saying? Wash my own clothes. Like I know how to live alone, right? But I'm just sitting, I'm doing this fucking meal prep shit. I'm doing it myself because when I order the shit from meal prep companies, they be putting shit in it that I can't eat, like seasonings and shit that I can't eat. So I'm doing it myself and I'm sitting there like, man, this shit ghetto, bro. Like, this shit is ghetto. You see what I'm saying? It's like women add a lot of value. You see what I'm saying? A woman doing that would like make my day. You see what I'm saying? Not that I can't get a woman to do that, but that's what I was doing. I just did it myself. And I'm sitting here like, this shit ghetto as fuck, bro. Shit ghetto. Doing your own laundry, cooking your own food, that shit ghetto, bro. Let the women provide me value. You know, and not that women are made to be my servants, but you know, women add a lot of value. I believe in that because I've seen that my whole life. That don't make me a simp because I acknowledge that a lot of people in this space think that you a simp if you don't hate women. I don't have a reason to hate nobody. I don't fuck with who don't fuck with me. Whether that's a racist Chinese man, a feminist black woman, a feminist white woman. If you don't fuck with me, fuck you. You see what I'm saying? But by and large, women have done me right overall. You know, and the few that did me wrong, I took accountability for that because I chose those people. I chose a bad person. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know. I notice your content doesn't particularly call women out. Nah, for what? Call them out for what? I'm calling y'all out because I want y'all to be better. If y'all are better, women are gonna be better. If every man on this live, if every man in the world controlled or influenced their woman the way that she's supposed to be, then all the shit you see would go away. You understand what I'm saying? Behind every bitch is a bitch ass dude. Is it best to give your girl a number or take her number while you're out cold approaching? Don't look at it. Y'all got to stop looking at it like cold approaching. It's not cold approaching. You basically when you look at have the mind frame of cold approaching, it just it make it seem negative. Just I'm out to provide value to the world. I'm out to give my value to the world and see who want it, basically. But exchanging numbers is always best. Now, if you give a girl your number, I used to give women my number. Like if I went and hollered at a woman, I would give her my number. You see what I'm saying? Because if she called me, I know that she choosing already. No lie, I'm red pilled all day, but I want to still deal with women accordingly. Nobody can even define what red pilled is. There's a lot of truth in it, though. Nobody can even define what red pill is. It's just an abstract concept, bro, really. Why are you single, King Drake? Because I've after me and my kids' mom split up, bro, I was just like, I need to focus on building myself into the man that I need to be, for my children, myself, and for society. And, once I get that on autopilot, then I'll start entertaining for that type of shit again. You see what I'm saying? But relationships take a lot, bro. Women come with a lot, just even dealing with a woman's emotions, and it takes a lot out of you, bro. Like I've been on several monk modes to where like I remove women completely from my life starting in 2019, I think. And just the amount of shit that I was able to accomplish, bro, just by not dealing with no women at all was amazing. I remember in 2019, in 2019, I went on a monk mode where it was like 60 days, no women, no nothing, no dating apps, no dates, no pussy, no nothing. I did it for 60 days. I accomplished more in 60 days than I did in 2 years. Just like sitting and have a conversation with a woman, you know, texting back and forth, like dating, chilling with that shit take a lot of time and it take a lot of energy, right? So now you add that to now you committed to being this person's, you know, you now you have a responsibility for a person's feelings and being there for a person. That takes even more energy. And if you don't have your shit together, if you don't have your shit together, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle to maintain getting your shit together, and you're gonna also struggle maintaining your relationship. And I realized that then. You see what I'm saying? So I took a break from dating anybody seriously up until recently. You see what I'm saying? Because I wanted to make sure I had my shit together. When me and my kids' mom split up in 2018, I was like all the way on my dick. I was down bad. You see what I'm saying? And I vowed to never be in that place again. And I realized why I was in that place. I was up here and then I crashed all the way to the bottom and shit. And so now I have to dig myself out of this hole. And I realized why I was in that hole. You see what I'm saying? I needed to get my shit together all the way around the board. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking, the whole nine, bro. Got my credit right, you know, my mind right, my everything. And so, you know, now I can come into the game on some different shit. You see what I'm saying? And I made the decision probably, I don't know, 6-7 months ago to why, okay, I'm willing to try it again now. So, you know, but yeah, it's not on because, you know, it's not because I can't find nobody or, you know, I'm just one of these dudes that just don't believe in relationships and all that. I think relationships are very valuable. I think, you know, women again add a lot of value, but it was a certain point in time to where I was not ready to for no relationship because I needed to get me together. Yeah. You know, I'm here now. I'm gonna shock the world pretty soon. Shout out to Big T. What is the worst dating advice you've been? What is the worst dating advice men get told? It's a lot of bullshit that I hear nowadays. Don't validate your girl. That's probably the worst shit I ever heard. Don't validate the women you deal with. That's probably the dumbest shit I ever heard. It's a lot more. Women don't have the capacity to love. It's a lot of shit that I heard. A lot of bad advice, bro. A lot of bad advice. Shout out to you again, though, Big T, for the $5 super chat. The red pill is knowing women in a nutshell. It is knowing where you stand. It is knowing how she views you accordingly and how she treats you. It is knowing she perceives you. That's not red pill, bro. I was that before red pill even existed. People, what do you call the people who was thorough with their game before a red pill community on the internet existed? You see what I'm saying? Red pill is a community of certain types of men. Dre, thoughts on a fine ass honey who wants me to be her man, but she confessed to me she used to sell box. You out of your mind. If you you out of your mind. If you date somebody that used to be a hooker, you out of your damn mind. But just because I'm single don't mean that like I don't date seriously. Like I'm dating seriously right now. I date somebody that's seriously right now. You see what I'm saying? But before a certain time, like I was like closed off. I was like completely closed off to entertaining anybody remotely, even seriously. You see what I'm saying? It was only I used to have a sign on my bathroom that says "Love don't live here" because it did. You know, I was not on that at all. But you know, things change. You know, I'm open to it now. Again, like I said, I date somebody seriously right now. Are women who make a living off their opinions, like Instagram models, red flag? If so, why? You already know the answer to that. Yes, they are. because anybody that's for sale, anybody that has a dollar amount on their value is for sale. You know, and people who will sell their own bodies will sell anything. They'll sell you too. They'll sell their children for the right amount. You know, I don't knock the hustle though, but I wouldn't date no woman like that. I wouldn't date a woman like that. I definitely don't knock the hustle though. It's a gang of females that took us. They just do it for free. A hooker is somebody who get paid to do it. A slut is somebody who do it for free. It's difference. Red pill is just the name of the movement. Pimping basics. Red pill ain't got nothing to do with no pimping. If you know anything about pimping, all of the red pill theories and advice and dating advice that come from red pill ain't got nothing to do with no pimping. It's completely counterproductive to pimping, to be honest. You understand? How do you curb your sex drive while doing a monk mode or just while in a season of focus? Put the energy into something else. When you do a monk mode, it's not just about, you know, you have to do something with the energy. When I did my monk mode, bro, I literally like put the energy into building my shit and to building my business. So whenever I got horny, I would do something do with my business. I would put the energy elsewhere. Just like when you get mad, it's a feeling, it's an emotion. Just like when you get mad or you get sad or you depressed, you put the energy somewhere else. That's the same thing. You just do the same thing, you know. And sex, I learned that through the book Think and Grow Rich. It's my favorite book ever. I'm probably gonna read it again soon. But it teaches about that, and that's the most sexual energy is the most creative energy, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's the most thorough, it's the strongest energy, and it's the most creative energy. And I built a lot in you know that 2 months. Now, when that monk mode, that 60-day monk mode ended, right? When that 60-day monk mode ended, what I did was I put my dating apps on and I went ham. This was going into 2020. So it was November, December of 2019. I went monk mode. So I was like, man, on January, I'm about to go ham. I ran through I went ham on January come. But then COVID happened, right? COVID happened and all the shit happened maybe a couple months later. So I was like, I'm gonna use this time while they locking everything down, they locking the gyms down, you can't go no fucking where. So I was like, maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. Maybe I need to, you know, maybe I need to go back in my shell and create more and do more and build more and leave women alone. And so I did it again. But this time I did it for almost 2 years. That time I did it for almost 2 years, bro. And if you go look at my videos and my numbers and everything, go look at them in 2020 and 2019 and look at it now. Look at the quality, look at the type of message, look at the marketing behind it, look at the amount of money I made. In them 2 years, I took my business from here to, you understand what I'm saying? So, but it's basically about, the game is really about you know, when you get the sexual urges, is to transmute it into something else. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to T1 for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. What should you side eye? Why should you side eye women who come around when you're down, bro? I'm gonna answer this question because you super chatted, bro. But god damn, and my stomach hurt too, so I'm kind of annoyed. Like I'm a little bit irritable. But man, I said it in the video that you saw. You should, because people who come around when you're down, people, most people are not there to just give. People, everybody's trying to take something and see what they can get, right? Most people, that's their mentality. And the easiest people to exploit are people who are vulnerable, bro. When you see a lion go after the gazelle, they go after the weakest one. When you see a tiger go after his prey, it always go after the weakest one. When you see a man if predatory men go after the weakest link, they go after children, the most predatory, or women. You rarely see even gay men who are predators. They don't go knock out no man and take it. They go to chill. They go to young boys because that's the easiest thing. You see what I'm saying? And so when you down and out like that, it's more than likely somebody's trying to take advantage of you because you're an easy lick. So, I explained that on the video though, bro. Do you believe that a man should let his woman know that he's head over heels for her? I don't think that there's anything wrong with it so long as you don't let that head over heelsness control you. So long as you're not controlled by that head over heels thing. Now, this is more of some advanced shit. So this don't apply to everybody. Now, if you just learning how to deal with women and you just not getting the game, don't tell no woman no shit like that. But me, I don't have a problem with telling a woman that because I have a spine too at the end of the day. And women that deal with me know that my love is not going to make me compromise my integrity or my self-respect. And my love for you, my in-loveness for you, I'm still gonna have boundaries and I will still put your ass on the bench. You're not finna play with me still. I will snap out of that shit fast. If you don't have that, then don't tell no woman that. Because what happens is women treat you differently when they're comfortable, right? And to take it a step further, when they know you're not gonna go nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's not a good idea if you don't have the testicular fortitude, to tell no woman that. You have to be strong, and you have to be on some real player shit. And you got to have real heart to express yourself in that way, because women are human beings at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? And so, that was for my advanced guys. If you ain't no advance with women, leave that one alone. You don't have to tell a woman that. You don't have to tell a woman that to get what you need or give her what she need or have a decent relationship. That's not something you have to express. But I don't have a problem expressing stuff like that, because I wish she would get out of line or start slipping on me. So I know what to do about it. I snap out that shit just like that. The red pill means that women love different than men do, and it's true. It's not, bro. It's not true. We are human beings and we all love the same, bro. We just love different things because we're different, but we all love the same. We all have the same capacity of love. We just show our love in different ways, and it's really not in different ways. We all show it. It's all servitude at the end of the day. When you going to work and you providing for a woman and you making sure she's straight, you serving her. When you protecting her, you serving her. When she fixing your food and cleaning your asshole and playing in your ears and massaging you and all that shit, she's serving you, bro. It's all servitude. It's just you just do it different ways. Listen, a lot of those guys that come from the Real Pure community, they never really dealt with men until they got YouTube money and YouTube status. And then the thing is, a lot of the women that they meet now are bullshit women because they have this notoriety. And when you get that notoriety and money, a lot of bullshit women come to you. And so their first dealings with real women, like on a large scale, be a lot of the bullshit women. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these guys don't really understand women. I like how you explain everything with direct, with no fluff or BS. Common sense talk. Your channel is going to blow up. I already blew up, bro. Mars dope, but I appreciate that. Mars dope. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. What's up, Dre? Shout out to you. Keep giving us the game for sure. You got to start catching on, though, Mark. You still be asking questions that you was asking me 5 years ago. Ain't much, but I'm currently saving up for your Attraction 101 course. Thank you for your wisdom and making it into a better man, boss. Appreciate that. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Hey, y'all go get Attraction 101. Go to SaverBroAcademy.com and get Attraction 101. What are the limitations of the game? A lot of game coaches try to make it seem like game is the end all be all. Everything has limitations, even LMS. That's one of them. You're probably high right now, bro. Like, what are the limitations? Ain't no limitations. The sky's the limits with anything, bro. X started dating a guy who she knows goes to my gym. Think she did that to purposely hurt me, or she just found him hot, bro. She found him hot. You already heard. She left. And I don't think she did that to hurt you. She thought he would look better than you. Yeah, you know. What you think about married men dating young chicks just for sex? If that's what if they like it, I love it. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, bro. Tell young women to stop giving old men sex if you don't like it. Everything has its limits. That's a high conversation. Like, duh, everything has limits, of course. That question is not even a thorough question. What's the limits of game? I don't. What kind of question is that, bro? You got to be more thorough if you want a thorough. If you guys want a thorough answer, you got to give a thorough question. But something vague and abstract and fucking, what are the limitations of math? Who knows, bro? Like, that's like asking me what are the limitations of spring water. I don't know. Just don't drink too much of it, and you need it to survive. Like, but what kind of question is that? That's just y'all be sitting around getting high, just like what are the, you know? But I want to get into if anybody got any more questions, let me see. Cause y'all doing good with the questions. As I've been growing, any little whiff of disrespect, I just shut down and just cut off. Is this too strict or is there good other ways to deal with it? Okay, cool, right? I like that you did. I like that because when you start growing and you start realizing your value and you start like you're gonna be like hyper vigilant. I used to be when I was young. I used to be hyper vigilant. Like I wish you couldn't even look at me crazy. I was like, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. But as I've learned and I've evolved, I've learned to understand that people are not perfect. Women are human beings; they're not perfect, and you have to give people grace and give people room to be human beings. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna burn through a lot of women like that, but it's necessary that you go through that phase. Now you need to find yourself what disrespect is. You see what I'm saying? And what disrespect looks like to you. Not what I say disrespect is. A lot of you guys can be on the phone with a woman, right? And she'll hang up the phone on you, and that's fine. You don't feel no type of way about that. That don't bother you. That bothers me. To me, that's disrespect. So you need to know what disrespect is to you first and foremost. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all can take a woman saying something crazy to you. So just know what disrespect looks like first. Write down what do I think is disrespectful and why, and then boom, these are your boundaries. And then once you have that figured out, you kind of understand. Okay, people are human beings, and I'm going, just so long as a person ain't trying me, I'm gonna let them do them. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, you when you first learning shit and start learning your value and getting your value up, and you starting to see what's up, you're gonna be very hyper vigilant. I'm telling you, when I was young, I will cut a bitch off if you even like. Man, or even like when like let's say if I deal with a woman and then we break up or we stop fucking around, I'd be hyper vigilant too, because I'd be like, you be upset and shit. So you be like, you be on one. You be like, man, these hoes got me fucked up. Right. And so any bitch even breathe wrong, you X them out quick. But I've learned over the years that people are human beings, bro. And so as long as nobody ain't, personally trying me, I'll just let them do them. You know. Your relationships with people will be a lot better. I used to be like that, not only with women, but with like everybody. You see what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the times I personalized it too much. I felt like people was actually trying me, but they wasn't. They was just doing it. Now, when somebody tried me, they personally tried me, then we got a problem. That's where I'm at in my life now. But a lot of shit, I kind of, just charge it to the game. It is what it is. You asked a stupid question, bro. I didn't play nothing to the left. I didn't give no limitations to red pill. I don't know no limitations to red pill. You asked me a specific question about red pill. You asked me, what is the worst dating advice that I've heard from red pill? That's a specific, thorough question. And I gave you a thorough answer. But then you turn around and say, well, what's the limitations to game? That's not the same question. And so I can only give you what you give me. What's the limitations to drinking water? What's the limitations to fucking to math? What's the limitations to shooting a basketball? What's the limitations to a bullet, bro? You ask a thorough question and you'll get a thorough answer. Y'all go in the chat, ask some bullshit and think somebody's supposed to think for you, bro. I can't think for you. I got kids, bills, all type of shit that I have to think for. I cannot think for a random nigga in the chat room. So if you want a thorough question, if you want a thorough answer, you got to ask a thorough question. Like your first question, when you talk about the red pill shit, that was a thorough question. What is some of the worst red pill dating advice you've received? And I was able to give you the worst red pill dating advice I've received. So you, my man, need to learn how to ask questions. Ask a better question. That's a stupid question. It's a dumb question. You ask somebody a dumb question, you're gonna get a dumb answer. It's a dumb question. If it's what are the limitations of water? Let me not say a stupid question, but it's a very vague question. And so I'm doing a live show. I don't have the time to sit and process what you said and think about what you said and think about what it means to figure out how to give you an answer. I'm doing a live show in front of live people and shit. Like I'm at work. I don't have the time to try to figure out what you mean. Ask a direct question like a man. Somebody asked that question. That's why I was able to say that about the red pill shit. Somebody asked me that. Somebody asked me, what is the worst dating advice that you got the red pill shit? And I gave it to you. Somebody asked me, what is the red pill? I don't know what the fuck it means. Y'all tell me. Effective communication. Exactly. That's why a lot of you guys struggle with women now. You guys don't know how to communicate effectively. You guys think that people are supposed to think for you. You see what I'm saying? And then when somebody don't give you the answer, if somebody don't give you the answer you're looking for, you have a whole meltdown on the inside. And like, oh, he can't even. No, nobody don't got the capacity to think for you, bro. Learn how to communicate effectively. That's why you can't get promoted at your job. That's why you can't make no motherfucking sale. You suck at sales. And I'm not saying you personally. I'm talking about people like that. You suck at sales, can't get no pussy, can't get no woman to act right, can't get no woman to listen to you because you don't know how to communicate effectively, bro. When I talk to people, I understand that people don't have time to be trying to figure out what I mean and trying to figure me out and all that shit. That would be sucky of me to try to put that onto a person, especially when they're at work. You see what I'm saying? Make my game look weaker to who? Because I'm giving you some game? Because I said somebody asked me a dumb question? If that make my game look weaker, then my game just look weaker. But if I have a moment to teach you somebody, if I have a moment to teach somebody, that's what I'm going to do. And if that makes my game look weaker to you because I took a moment to teach men something about communication, if to you that makes my game look weak, then turn me off, bro. Easy. Shout out to Ray. It can't be too weak. Shout out to Ray Royals, $50 for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, if it look weak to you, then turn it off. Turn me off, my nigga. Go to one of your red pill guys for edification. I ain't for you. If you don't want this good old game, I ain't for you, brother. Holla. Yeah, you guys got to learn how to communicate, bro. You guys have to learn how to communicate, not just with me, but with people in your life, with your boss, with your children, with the women. You don't know how to communicate. You know, in the first step to that is understanding that, number one, it's not always about you. Number two, people cannot think for you. People don't have the capacity to think for you. And it's unfair, right, to want somebody to think for you. You know, even when I deal with women and shit, like I always like encourage them to like speak your mind, bro. I can't, you know, I'm not gonna allow a woman to hold me accountable for not trying to like picking apart what she's saying and trying to figure her out. I don't let women hold me to that type of standard. Y'all let women hold y'all to that type of standard. I'm not gonna let no woman hold me to that. You see what I'm saying? To try to figure out what the fuck you mean and figure out what the fuck you trying to say, you need to say what you got to say to me and mean that shit. You understand? Now, I understand that women communicate a little bit differently. And if I want to connect with a woman, we have to meet in the middle. However, it's not my job to try to like dance around your mind to try to figure out what you're saying and figuring out if you'll move it. I ain't got time to do that. Express yourself. You understand? But let me get on to this. You talk like you wanted to punch the guy. Nah, I don't want to punch nobody. What I want to punch him for? Well, why would I want to punch him? Y'all coming with the questions. I can tell that the girl I'm talking will want a relationship, but deep down, I don't want that because she's a single mother, but I still want to keep dealing with her. How would you handle this? I would let her go because you wasting both of y'all motherfucking time, bro. You wasting your time and you wasting her time. You're just wasting time. Stop wasting time. That's if it's one thing that I could change, man, it would be like wasted time. The time that I feel like I wasted dealing with people that I ain't really getting nothing out of, and I knew I didn't want them. And they're stupid, bro. You see what I'm saying? And when you play with people like that, you're gonna get what's coming to you, bro. You're gonna get what's coming to you because whether you want to be within whether your logic says this is what y'all don't realize, whether your logic says I don't want to be in a relationship with this woman, right? Whether your logic says that, you still attached to her. You still have emotional feelings for her. So what's going to happen is she's going to realize, hey, I'm not getting what I want out of this. And so I'm going to give somebody else this pussy. And so one day you're going to go over there and somebody else going to be hitting that. And you ain't even want to be with her in the first place. But guess what? Your feelings all in it. Your feelings all caught up. Now you ready to catch a case. Now you all hurt, snotting and mad and all hurt. King Dre, how do I get over a breakup and all this shit? Stop wasting your time. The girl gonna eventually leave you anyway when she realizes she's not getting the commitment what she want from you. You basically hustling backwards. You see what I'm saying? Stop hustling backwards. Fuck with women who you want to fuck with. There's women who don't have kids, right? There's women who don't have kids who can do the same thing for you. Go fuck with them. Why fuck with somebody on that type of level? Now, if it's an understanding to where y'all, both of y'all just fucking and that's cool. But why fuck with a person on that type of level and you know you don't want nothing, bro? This ain't about, oh, don't hurt her. It's about not hurting yourself because you're going to hurt yourself in the process. Your brain is logical. Hey, I don't want a relationship. She got kids, right? Your logic says that, but your heart's still in there, bro. That's one thing these niggas don't tell y'all. That's one thing these dating coaches don't tell y'all. Your heart's still in that. And the only way you would know that is if you dealt with women before and you've done that. I've done that before. Your heart be in that shit. And now your heart and feelings into a bitch and y'all hurt about a woman you ain't really like that in the first place. But the more time you spend with her, the more time you have sex with her raw and all that. You see what I'm saying? The more time you invested. Your shit is you there, bro. If that woman right now, what's your name, bro? Mario. If that woman right now walked away from you right now, stopped answering the phone, your ass to have a meltdown. You don't think you will because you just like, oh, whatever, she on my dick. If she stopped answering the phone, if you call her tonight and she didn't pick up or she sent you the voicemail or her phone was dead, you would stay up all night. Even though your brain telling you right now, I don't want no relationship with her because she got kids. If that chick right now, you call her and her phone was dead all night and she called you at 7, you'll have a problem with that. And we'll see what it really is. Your heart gonna start coming out. Your heart gonna start showing. So don't even do yourself like that. You understand? Fella, stop playing yourself like that. Fuck with chicks who you want to fuck with. It's more than enough women to go around. You damage yourself and you damage another person in the process, bro. You hustling backwards. You see what I'm saying? That's why my channel ain't blow up like that. You know, that's why because I teach y'all shit like that, like real self-accountability. Shit that you know what I'm saying? That's real and that really fucking matters. That take real work and real integrity. Most of y'all don't want to hear shit like that. Y'all want to get burned and then y'all want me to call me and, man, can you please give me a discount on the consultation? I'm going through something. Fuck you. You should have listened to me the first time I said it. You see what I'm saying? Cut ties with the girl right now. And if you don't want to deal with her because she got kids based on what other people say, then you the fool. You see what I'm saying? It's not only selfish of you, it's stupid of you. It's dumb. Take the selfish part out. Just remove her. Don't even think about hurting her. Think about how you're going to hurt yourself. It's not only selfish, it's stupid. It's hustling backwards. You see what I'm saying? That's what a lot of guys don't understand. You be head over heels about a woman you logically don't even want anyway. wasting time and getting your feelings hurt, bro. So stay away from that. But let's get to the main topic, right? I wanted to do looks, money, status. If we got enough time, then I'll get on that. But I want to talk about value, man. And this ties into that, Mario. Value. You do that. You fuck with women. You fuck with women that you really don't like that, or you really don't see a future with, because you don't even know your value yet. You don't even realize the type of value you have. When you understand your value, Mario, and guys like Mario, which is a lot of y'all, and it was used to be me too. When you truly understand your value, you're not going to do yourself like that. And you're not only you're not going to do yourself like that, you're not going to do other people like that. When you truly value yourself, you will let a woman know. I used to hang signs in my bed, in my room. Hey, love don't live here. I would tell women this because I didn't want them to get caught up, because you see what I'm saying? And I acted like it. I put on a condom. I fucking don't kiss them. Like, you got to go, no sleeping over. Like, I didn't do all of that cut lovey-dovey shit, because I knew that I don't want to, that's not where I want to be at. And I don't want other people to be there. You see what I'm saying? But if you valued yourself, you wouldn't put yourself in a losing position. And that's a losing position. Number one, you're wasting time and energy. Mario, you're wasting time and energy on a woman you don't even like, right? That time and energy can be spent dealing with the women you do like. You're just wasting time and energy, getting old, wasting money, wasting time, wasting energy, all that. Dealing with a woman you don't like. If you believe in God, why would God bless you with the woman of your dreams when you entertaining it on a bitch you don't even like? You don't have the capacity for it. But then y'all be like, where all the good women at? Stop fucking with the women you don't like. Stop fucking with shitties, and then you'll be able to see them. Bro, once I started, I got to a point in my life where I was like, I'm not fucking with nobody if they don't fit the bill. Nobody. I'm not entertaining nobody to be passing time. None, that shit dead. That shit over with. I started doing that years ago. Once I stopped doing that, I was able to see I was able to see what I wanted and deal with who I wanted. You see what I'm saying? But again, that goes back to value. Fresh and Fit needs coaching from you, Dre. They Frank Castle every chick that doesn't agree with them. They don't need coaching from me. They doing their thing. Shout out to them. They doing their thing. They don't need me. But yeah, value, man. You guys, you guys have to understand your value. I got a course teaching you how to develop value as a man, but that's not what we're doing. We're just going to talk about the importance of having value, right? A lot of people say like, oh, men have to earn their value. Men have to earn their value, which is in a sense is true, but you are born with value too. The same value that women are born with, you are born with too. I hate when y'all stop my shit too. Hey, ask me that at the end, bro. Dion, ask me that at the end, bro. If you really want to, like, if the chat be going so fast, ask me that at the end, and then I'll or super chat it or something. Just I don't want my flow to be fucked up. But you born with value too, just like women are born with value. You born with intellect. You born with strength. You born with your ability to protect a person, not just financially, but you're born with the ability to physically protect the person with at least the strength. You're born with the ability to provide safe spaces for people. You're born with a lot of intangible values. You see what I'm saying? You have a lot of value as a man. You're not just a workhorse for women. I know society try to make you like you're a workhorse for women, but you're not. You're not a workhorse for women. Your job really is to advance society, man. But you're not a workhorse for women. A lot of guys are reduced to that, and they think that that's what their life is about. Just go to work and come home, be a paycheck, punch a bitch out, somebody touch my girl on the butt, and all that shit. You're more than that, bro. You see what I'm saying? And you have to understand, and you have to understand your purpose here and why you here, and the capabilities that you have as a man. You have to tap into that. You understand? You born with value, and you have to place value on yourself, and you do that by valuing yourself. I'm gonna give you guys a story. Well, not really a story. Shout out to Leak for the $1 super chat. Shout out to Abdul for the $5 super chat. It'd be hard not to cheat when you got options. That's not true. I'll talk about that later. Ask me that later. We'll talk about that later. Somebody remind me. And I know the women that's watching Pink Tips, remind me to talk about that later. Remind me to talk about that later. That whole it'd be hard to cheat when you got options bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. Cause I've all, that's bullshit. But anyway, yeah, the ladies, I know the ladies gonna want to hear about that. So remind me at the end. Pink Tips, especially. I'm gonna give you guys like not a story, but where I realized like the value of shit. Not realized, but it hit me, man. So, in business, right? In business, when I first started doing this, when I first started coming into and this is about value. Remember, let's set the tone, value. When I first started, doing this, when I first came into the space, my first time creating a course, I had a course and I created a course. And when I initially released the course, man, really, I released this course for $15. Like it was like $15. I didn't have a large following. I didn't I didn't believe that people would take to me like that. Like I don't want to say that I didn't have confidence, because if I didn't have the confidence to do it, I wouldn't have did it. But I didn't really, Macaroni Tony, no. I think Macaroni Tony jumped on it back then. I didn't really see the value in what I had created. Right? I really didn't see the value that I created. I didn't realize the value, because and then to me it was like basic shit. Like to me, it was basic shit, but it was shit that guys needed to know that kept asking me shit. But to me, it was like, I don't want to say basic shit, but it was shit that I already knew, and I've been like this since high school. You see what I'm saying? But teaching how to develop certain qualities and develop certain personality traits and look like this and do all this shit. I released that course. It was $15, right? Some people were smart enough to get it back then. Some people were smart enough to get it back then. I think $10 at first, then I went up to 15, then I went up to 25. I didn't realize the value of what I was doing, right? I couldn't beg enough people to buy it for $25. Like it would barely sell when I was selling it for $25. It would barely sell. It's $15. It would barely sell. I would have to beg people to buy something, a 3-hour product that will literally change your life, for $15. I would have to beg people to buy that. Every fucking buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Nobody barely bought it. When I raised the price on it to $397, it flew off the shelf. It sells like hotcakes to $397. And I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I upgraded it to like, I recorded it with a new mic and shit like that, but it's the same information. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't, like, off the shelf. You see what I'm saying? Flew off the shelf. Oh man, my first time learning how to, do certain marketing things and learn how to market my launches and shit like that. I was scared to make my product for $697. But I didn't realize how much value is in that. Like you can get the Ultimate Ladies Man's Summit when that comes out, and you will literally not have to ever worry about women ever again. Like at least being good with them. You will never have to pay for $697. But I was scared to I was scared to place that type of value on it. But once I learned that people are only going to value my work if I value it. You see what I'm saying? I was good in the streets, but I wasn't good in business when I came into this. My first business, I had failed. I ended up selling at damn near loss, but I failed at that shit. And so I wasn't good with business and understanding the value on putting the value on your products and shit. And when my shit was cheap, I had the cheap people fucking with me. I had cheap customers. I had cheap-minded customers that complain. Listen, this is why you guys don't see a lot of my products cheap like that. Unless it's like a book that come out. I can't charge $300 for a book, but when I was dealing with people with that low value shit, I was dealing with low value people. that complained about every fucking thing for $25. Now at $400, the people that can afford something for $400, I don't have problems out of them. And somebody schooled me to that. But I said that to say $697, you sold it for $7. Yeah, that was a different product though. The $697 was a different product. But when it was $15, I couldn't even give it away at $15. It's the same information people are paying $397. And the crazy thing about it is it was a lot of people who knew that course was $15 and they still bought it at $397 because it had value now. I put value on it, you know, and I stand behind that. If you guys notice, I don't do discounts or none of that shit because I'm going to value my work. And guess when I value my work and I value myself, guess what? You guys value me now. You guys hold me in high regard. You guys come into my classes not bullshitting. You guys come into my live streams not bullshitting, not motherfucking trolling, not disrupting the flow of shit. You see what I'm saying? You don't come into my Players Club group on some bullshit because I value my shit and I value my work and I get rid of your ass. You see what I'm saying? I value my time and I value my clients' time. I value my clients as people. You see what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you the importance of value. And I learned a valuable lesson doing that. Listen, Attraction 101 costs $397. When I first created that course, and the only reason I made it is because I was mad at this girl. I made it because the guys needed it, but the motivation to make it, I was mad at this girl. Me and this girl had stopped talking after like 18 months or something like that. We was talking for like a year and a half, and then we stopped talking. And I was like, I needed something to do with that energy. So I made 2 courses within the span of like a week. I just knocked them bitches out. But yeah, $15, man. I couldn't give it away. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't give it away. I don't let you guys troll in my comments. This is another example. I don't let you guys troll in my comments. I don't let you disrespect me. I don't let people put disrespectful because I value my shit and I value my work. I don't mind like D. Lee, my man D. Lee. I don't want to say we had a back and forth, but we just had a disagreement. And we disagreed, but he kept it classy. I kept it classy. I'm okay with stuff like that. And just because I get like hype and shit, that don't mean that's not anger. I'm just very passionate. I be chilling, but I go to 0 to 100 real quick, but it be passion. You see what I'm saying? But it's not like anger or like I'm mad or something. But me and him just had a whatever over the whole little red pill shit. I'm cool with that. But talking to me crazy, trolling in my chat, the reason that if you go watch anybody else's chat that got a chat room moving like that, they got people that's chatting. It's going to be people in there trolling, throwing the energy off, disrupting the flow and all that. I value my shit too much for you guys to do that. And you guys know that. And some of you guys be trolling on other people's shit. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the importance of valuing yourself. When you value yourself, people are going to value. If you don't value yourself, nobody's going to value as a man. You have value. Your value ain't just money and muscles and shit like that. You have value that you were born with. You have intangible valuables that make women's lives better. Your knowledge. You know a lot of shit. You know about a lot of shit. You could look at a woman and see something, and you can have knowledge and give her a piece of advice, and it could change her life for the better. That's value. You see what I'm saying? You know this. Well, not that you know this, but you have to know this, and you have to tap into that. Now, I just talked to you guys about the cheap course. I had my courses was cheap and all that shit, right? When I first came out, because I didn't understand the value of it. I didn't understand the value of the game. Really, because I always had game. It ain't mean nothing to me. I always had game. It don't mean nothing to me. It not that it don't mean nothing to me, but you just don't really value it, especially when you always had it and you take it for granted. But I didn't realize how much people needed the shit. So I gave it away. Even the type of videos that I do, man, like I would give away, I would do like live streams when I first started. Man, I would do live streams with shit that I could make a course. And just give it away. Nobody valued it. Nobody watched it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I talked about cheap courses. Now let's talk about cheap love. Right? Let's talk about cheap love. When I was, you know, I didn't require anything. when I didn't require anything, when I didn't, I didn't have boundaries. I just not really went with the flow, but I was more passive in the way that I dealt with women. Women gave me their ass to kiss, bro. Women gave me their ass to kiss. But when I learned my value as a man, in my 20s, when I learned the value that I have as a man and the value that I have in this world, when I learned that and I applied that to my game, I started getting treated 10 times better with women. Now I've always got treated good with women, gotten treated good by women, but it was never to the level of when like now I require it. Like you gonna do this, or before it was just because this nigga got game, and that's just what young chicks do. They just pour they all into a nigga, whoever got some game. But now it's like, if you're not even willing to do that, you can't even come sit with me, baby. If you're not willing to bring a certain level of whatever to the table that I require, like I'm not even gonna even entertain you and talk to you. Like there's nothing that, period. But that's because I value my love. My love has value, bro. My masculinity, my protection, all that shit, that has value. And you're not just gonna exploit that. I'm not just gonna get that to anybody. And men need to stop doing that. You guys need to stop doing that. Stop just giving yourself to anybody. Mario, you giving yourself to a woman, you're a single mother. I don't think there's anything wrong with dating single mothers, but if you do, that's you, right? If you do, that's you. And that's something that's in your heart. You giving yourself away to a woman you don't even like. You literally giving yourself away to a woman you don't even like. That's how cheap your love is. You giving your time, energy, peace of mind to a woman you don't even like. That's how cheap. You don't value yourself. You don't value your love. You don't value your shit as a man. You giving that shit to anybody. You giving that shit to a single mother. And according to you, single mothers ain't shit. Why are you giving your love and your value to a woman who ain't shit? According to you, in your standards. You see what I'm saying? Now I ain't eating y'all up. I'm teaching y'all up. Here's the difference. I ain't eating y'all up, bro. I'm teaching y'all up. He said, King Drake eating us up. I ain't eating y'all up. I'm teaching y'all up. You just got to pay attention to it. I ain't being hard on you. It's real talk, bro. You see what I'm saying? Cheap love, bro. Cheap love. You cheap. So women don't. This is why you got women saying shit like, oh, I am the table. Because y'all don't even know you don't even know your value, bro. You don't even know your value. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even know your value as a man. And so if you don't know your value, why do you expect a woman to see your value? You see what I'm saying? Women ain't dumb like y'all. Now, some of them, they not. I'm not gonna say they just make the best dating decisions, but if a woman gonna exploit you, bro, if you don't know your value. Just like if I see a woman, she may have all the potential in the world, bro. It could be a woman that may have all the potential in the world, right? And this ain't just a woman thing. This ain't a man thing. Your job is going to exploit you if you don't know your value. The people who selling you something going to exploit you. That's just the way it is, especially in a capitalistic society. Fuck capitalistic society, any society. If you don't know your value, people are going to use your value to their advantage. So that's just like me. I see a woman, right? And she may have all the potential in the world, but if she don't value herself, like if she just let anybody hit it, if she just let anybody treat her any type of way, if she did, what am I gonna do with that? Am I gonna all of a sudden treat her like the queen she want me to treat her like? If she don't even value herself? No. Women look at you the same way. You gotta know it's human nature to exploit in the Western world. It it is what it is. That's the game. It's human nature to exploit, period, bro. The weak gonna get eaten, bro. And if you don't know your value, you weak and you gonna get eaten. I don't care what society you go to. Either the women gonna eat you or the government gonna eat you. Whatever government they got gonna eat you if you don't know your shit. You understand? But you guys give yourself away to women just freely, right? Freely and cheap. Just here you go. Even though I don't like you like that, even though I'm settling, even though you can have everything, you can have all my time, you can have all my energy, you can get access to my heart, you can get access to me. You ain't gotta do nothing. But then you wonder why women will walk away from you at the drop of a hat. They don't value you. There's no value there. But that's because you don't value yourself. Right? You see this debate, right? You see this debate all the time, right? About what do you bring to the table? Let's talk about that. Men are always asking women today, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? I think it's a stupid question. I think it's a dumb question. You see what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table is a dumb question. That's a stupid question, fellas. Stop asking that. Stop asking women, what do you bring to the table? It's a vague question. It's not effective communication. You see what I'm saying? It's stupid. It serves no purpose. Because as a man who has value, who values himself, you're supposed to know what you require from people to sit at your table. And so the people who want to sit at your table, you tell them, hey, I need you to bring this X, Y, Z, boom, and you can sit at this table. You're supposed to know what you need at your table from other people before, you see what I'm saying? But you're not, you going in, what you bring to the table? I don't know what I want. Maybe I could sit. No, you're supposed to know what you want. I know what I want. I don't have to ever ask no woman what I bring to the table. You know why? Because I know what I need for my table. I know what I need in my space. And if she want to sit at the motherfucker, or if he want to break bread and do some business, this is what I need. And if you ain't got it, if you don't have the capacity, you know, good luck somewhere else. You know, but to sit and ask someone what you bring to the table is a stupid question. You're supposed to know, you know, you're supposed to know what you require at your table for somebody to sit at it. That's the way a man thinks. That's the way a leader thinks. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to know what you require of people in order for them to come and feast at your table, in order for people to come and eat off the table that you built. You're supposed to know that. What do I need from this woman? What does this woman have to bring? What am I not going to deal with? You see what I'm saying? In order for her to sit, and you have to be able to communicate that effectively. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? You know, if she like you, she gonna bring it. If she see the value, she gonna bring whatever you ask her to. You don't ask no woman, what do you bring to the table? You tell a woman what you need her to bring to the table. Hey, I need X, Y, Z. And if she like you, if she fuck with you, she gonna bring that. If she got the capacity to, she gonna bring whatever you need to the table. You see what I'm saying? If she has the capacity, she gonna bring whatever you need to the table. But where does this come from? This comes from value and valuing yourself. When you value yourself, and you know what you know yourself, and you know who you are, you know what type of value you bring to the world and to people. This is how you operate. You see what I'm saying? And trust me, they love it. Trust me, they love it. Trust me on that, bro. So instead of asking women what they bring to the table, tell them what to bring to the table. Tell them exactly what they need to bring to the table in order to sit at your table. See how that works and see the type of results you get. You understand? I'm done with that one. So that's a little piece on value. I got a course on value. Go to Savor Bro Academy. I don't know if I sell it. You might have to wait till the Ultimate Ladies Man to get that. I don't think I sell that. I don't think that's even for sale. What would be the proper way of evaluating your values? I didn't say your values. I say your value as a man, not what your values, what you value about the world, but what type of value you can bring. Go get a piece of paper. Go get 2 sheets of paper. One list you're gonna write the world and society. The other list you're gonna write women. And you can even make a third list for children, right? And you're gonna list on each piece of paper, you're gonna have 2 lists. You're gonna have intangible and tangible. And you're gonna list everything that you can do to a woman's life, or you're gonna list everything that, so let's say you got the world list, right? The world, you write the world or society, right? A tangible, intangible. And on this list, you're gonna put everything that tangibly that you can do to add value to society, intangibly. And every day you should strive to make this list longer and longer and longer. This is called self-improvement. You go to the list with the women. How can I add value to a woman's life? How can I add value? How can I add value to a woman's life? How can I bring this woman's value? How can I make this woman's life better? How can I make anybody's life better, tangibly or intangibly? You make 2 lists, and every day you strive to make this list longer. I can, my dick big, I got money, I'm strong, I can physically protect whatever you come up with. The intangible side. I'm a safe space. I'm smart. I can lead. Whatever it is, you just make this list, make it longer and longer and longer. You read it and you internalize it. And you start to realize, well, damn, I am somebody. I'm more than just a paycheck. I'm more than just a workhorse for women. You understand what I'm saying? And when you start to realize that, you'll start to carry yourself a lot better. You feel me? Because you don't value yourself. You don't have value. Your value is tied to whether a woman likes you a lot. Your value is tied to whether your woman likes you or not. This is a prime example. It reads, Dope Replica Reviews reads, even when I have women that love me and I get a lot of attention from women, why do I still feel the need for more and feel insecure if a woman doesn't like me? Because you believe that your value resides in how many women like you, or if a woman likes you, period. That means you don't have value. You don't even know what's good about you. You don't know what you like. You don't know, you don't know yourself. That's why. And so you depend on women to feel good about yourself, because you don't have value, or you don't know your value. Not that you don't have value, because you do, but you don't know what it is. You see what I'm saying? You living like that in the world, you operating, you more than likely, whatever you're doing for work, you're just doing it to get by. You're not doing nothing that you actually love, that you're passionate about, that you feel good about, because you depend on women to feel good. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when you learn your value, what was your question, bro? Y'all be asking, I be skipping questions that, like, if I'm in the middle of something, I be skipping questions that don't really be good. That wasn't a good question, bro, to be honest. I'm gonna answer it though. But when you learn your value, and understand the type of man you are, or what type of value you can bring as a man, and you start acting on this value, you say, damn, I'm very smart. I'm very, I can program. So I'm gonna start programming, because maybe I can do this and create this and blah, blah, blah. You start living through, once you start living through your value as a man, you seeing what type of value you provide, and you start living your life through that, and you start to get, it's going to bring you something called happiness, and this will replace that neediness that you have with women. I could just tell that's exactly that. I do my job just to make the money, no purpose in my job, just money. Exactly. So you depend on women. You dependent on women. That's a slippery slope. That's a dangerous game, bro. You hustling backwards. So now that's it with value. So let's go back to my man who said I'd be dodging his questions. And his question was, are there pros to having female friends to better understanding women? What kind of question is that, bro? Yes. Yes, it is. It is. And this, if you guys take this new course, you're gonna have to completely let go of all that red pill bullshit. You have to completely let it go. Be very appeal to you. Oh, it was pointless to have women friends. Man, you know how valuable it is to have women on your team? First and foremost, women are not competitive like men. I'm not talking about these alpha masculine. I'm talking about regular women. Women are not competitive like that. So, like, a lot of women really want to see you win. Men don't want to see you win, bro. A lot of men in your circle, they don't want to see you win. They want to, unless you're gonna feed them. You see what I'm saying? Unless you're gonna feed them, unless they can eat off your plate, they don't want to see you win. And even then, but women are not competitive like that. Women don't have that competitive streak in like that. So a lot of times women just be all value. They help you a lot, and they give you a different perspective and a different spin on things. Women have helped me a lot in my business. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta think, bro. Yeah, of course, women are good for. Yeah, you can use women as friends to understand them. Boy. But Y'all want me to talk about the looks, money, status shit? Give me one in the chat. Anybody had questions that they wanted me to answer before I move on? Did anybody? I'm supposed to get off here, but I'm gonna stay on here, even though my stomach is killing me. I'm gonna still stay on here for y'all, and I'm gonna knock it all out. Did anybody have any questions for me? Because I saw a lot of questions, but I didn't want to stop my flow to answer them. You got about 2 minutes. Go on and get them out right now. Because once I start on this other shit, I'm not stopping to answer no questions. And make sure you guys hit the like button. Are you guys hitting the like button? Let's see if you guys are hitting the like button. No, you guys are not. So what I need everybody to do, I need everybody to stop and I need everybody to hit the like button, please. You know, because this type of shit I could put in a course and sell it for like, $97. I could put this in like an ebook. I can pay somebody $50 or go to Chat GPT. I can put this in an ebook and I can use it to collect emails and shit and then put them on my marketing list and sell the emails. But I'm giving it to y'all for free. So hit the like button, please. That's all I'm asking. Like I'm giving you stuff that I can use like other people like charge for it or they put you on the email list and shit. I just gave you 2 segments or 2 pieces of game that I can literally make a free course, chop it up, make a free course, a video course, and sell it for $5. Or make a, hey, if you want a free course on how to value yourself, give me your email. Boom. And I have you on the email list. But I just gave it to y'all for free. So please hit the like button. I'm not gonna start until we get enough likes, bro. I ain't gonna do it. So I feel up the questions mess up your flow. They do mess up the flow, but this ain't really, that's what the podcast for. The podcast is to just flow. That's why I don't do that live. This is to chop it up with y'all. So this is more so about, these live streams are more so about answering the questions anyway. I just be having certain shit that I want to talk about, like something will pique my interest or something will get me riled up. I'll be like, I'm gonna talk about this. I was gonna talk about the looks, money, status shit, but I read an email before I came on here and the whole value conversation came. So that's why I decided to talk about the value shit. But this is really to answer questions anyway. So maybe it's sometime in September. I'm getting ready to do my seduction course. I'm getting ready to do my seduction course. No permit needed to carry in Florida. I mean, the wrong people don't use permits anyway. Do women need to talk to you for a long time to be interested, or do they know if they like you within the first few seconds of meeting you? It just depends. A lot of the times, yes, but then like this one said, the game don't really be black and white like that. Like you may meet a woman and she may think you handsome or she may think you look good. Remember, look good don't just look good don't, a lot of women don't really care just because you look good, bro. Like you need more than that. And so you may get with a woman, you may look decent enough or you may pass the bar or whatever, but she don't sign the first conversation, she don't really find anything else interesting in you about you or nothing because y'all ain't got that deep. So she may not be that interested in you, but then y'all go on a date and then, she smell your cologne or she hear this type of shit you talking about or, whatever, or she sees something that boom, maybe he can meet my needs some type of way, or maybe this nigga feel a void or that, because that's all attraction is really, void feeling. But maybe that may come out later and then boom, oh shit. That's called raising interest, by the way. But yeah, so a woman may not be, she may be interested enough to give you a chance because you look good, but she still be like blah because she ain't seen or heard nothing that piques her interest outside of the fact that you look good. And a lot of women, especially smart women, good women, don't care about just because you look good. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, What you think about hollering at the gym? Me personally, I don't bother women at the gym, bro. Unless she was like choosing like super hard. I don't like to bother women when they at work or at the gym. Me personally. But anyway, let's get into this looks, money, status shit, right? Right. And this is coming from experience. I like to think I look halfway decent. I ain't like, I ain't Morris Chestnut or nothing. I ain't Michael B. Jordan or nothing, but I do okay. I'm a few women's prototypical type. So I do all right in the looks department. Right. And me personally, I ain't never been I ain't never really focused on my looks. I've never been I've never been the guy who focus solely on look. Like I'm not one of them dudes. I don't be in the mirror and shit like that. I do enough to get by, bro. Because I know it really don't matter at the end of the day. Now, do I know how to clean up? I know how to dress. I know how to clean up, but that ain't where my effort go. I like to be comfortable anyway. That's why it'd be hard for me to be anywhere else, especially when it's cold or something like that, because I can't be comfortable. I like to be comfortable. I like to wear motherfucking yoga pants, stretch yoga dry fit pants or something like that, and some Crocs, bro. Or some basketball shorts and some Crocs or some comfortable Nikes, or some comfortable Pumas or something like that. I just, and I got wear one of my t-shirts, something like that. But I like to dress for comfort. So I'm not really on the looks. But anyway, looks, I know I don't look good enough, for quite a few women. I'm a few women's type or whatever. No, every woman ain't gonna like me. That's cool. My looks is, as looks is concerned. But right. You got looks, then you got money, then you got status, right? Then you got game. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. Looks, first of all, looks are subjective. And I saw some black pill person. I don't even want to say that word because I hate even calling them niggas out. Them niggas are annoying. Black pill niggas are the most annoying niggas ever, bro. It's the most annoying, defeatist niggas ever. I ran into that shit when I first started doing this shit and got caught up in arguing with them niggas. I don't even like saying that shit because it's like, they hear black pill, maybe they got an alarm on their motherfucking phone or something. When you say black pill, it alerts them and then it tells them what channel. And they come out the woodworks talking crazy and with this defeatist loser mentality shit. I don't be want to hear that shit. But anyway, looks really don't really matter like that, bro. They open doors, but it's only gonna get you so far, and you don't even have to like look physically appealing to get women at all. You see what I'm saying? So long as you have other redeeming qualities about yourself. But this is the good part about being a man. You can create the other redeeming qualities about yourself. You can even fake them. Like you can even fake them. But a lot of guys think that you have to be handsome or you have to look like fucking Morris Chestnut for women to be all head over heels about you. You don't, bro. And any real guy, real player will tell you that. You see what I'm saying? They'll tell you that. And this is coming from somebody who knows, bro. I had started getting muscles when I was in my 30s, and I don't got muscles no more. But I always either been skinny or skinny fat or a dad body my whole life. I ain't never had no fucking sexy body, maybe like a period of my life for like 2 years. And I fell off hard after they closed all the gyms down and shit. But that look shit, let me tell you something. I got something. Looks wear off extremely fast. And any woman that's watching this can vouch for me. Looks wear off extremely fast, especially if you don't have the other redeeming qualities. Women get over your looks almost instantly, bro. Let's say you just this drop dead gorgeous hunk, right? And they see you and they're like, oh shit, he's fucking gorgeous, he's fine. Once the human part of you starts to present itself, that looks fantasy starts to fade immediately, bro. It fades immediately. Remember, sexy is not looks. When women think you sexy and they get wet, that don't have nothing to do with the way you look. That's your energy. Now, your looks may be a part of your confidence, which carry your energy, and so you lead with your looks, but it don't be about the way that you physically look. It's about your energy and the way that you carry yourself and your mouthpiece. But looks wear off extremely fast. You have never ever seen a woman say, I stayed with this man because he looks good. You'll never heard a woman say, I submit to this man and I gave him my whole soul and mind because he looked good. You've never heard that, and you will never hear that. That's how fast that shit wear off. Women be over your looks that after they talk to you. They be over that shit. And you ain't the only fine nigga. You ain't the only nigga with a six-pack. You see what I'm saying? It kills me when I see guys spend their time like divas. Just they go get their eyebrows arched and all type of shit. They ain't no bitch never gave a fuck about shit like that, bro. They fucking with you they fucking with you. Women fuck with you because you meet their needs, not based on what you look, what you look like. Now, if you go approach a woman, you have to be presentable. You can't be dirty and shit like that. You know, make sure your shoes clean and, you know, you look presentable. But after that, that shit don't matter no more, bro. It don't matter. Once you open your mouth and the humans come out, the looks fade. Trust me. It don't be, you ain't never heard nobody say, I stayed with him and I allowed him to cheat on me because he looked good. I gave him, let him drive my car because he looked good. I rubbed his back and I served him because he looked good. You ain't never heard no woman say no shit like that. You heard him say, oh, he looked good and he interests me and he made me want to fuck him. You heard that, but you ain't never heard no act right from no woman ever because a motherfucker look good. That's how much it don't matter. You understand what I'm saying? So get over the look shit. You guys think, let me tell y'all yeah, look smaxing and shit. Y'all got names for it, how to look smack. Like, bro, y'all like divas, bro. Listen, real feminine women, let me tell you guys something. Real, regular, feminine, sane, healthy women don't like all that diva shit, bro. They don't want you to be competing with them. They don't like all that diva shit. The real women love masculine looking rough niggas. That's why you see them with the most chicks. I'm not saying if you in the game, if you in the streets and you know, when I say streets, I mean just like the player lifestyle. I'm not saying not to look good and not to dress good and not to, you know, because that type of stuff, it give off status and shit. You know, it lets women know that you getting money and that you can all this shit. That's what the dressing and all that shit about. You see what I'm saying? That's what attracts them. I'm not saying don't do that, but don't be so caught up to where you like spending like, you think that you got to get your eyebrows waxed and, you know what I'm saying? You had to shave your body hair and all that shit. Now shave your pubes and shit. If you know, a lot of women don't like that, but a lot of women don't like metrosexual men, bro. You know, maybe one of these fake Miss Potato Head hoes do, but a lot of women don't really care for that metrosexual shit. You know, so and this is coming from a guy who know women, who dealt with women my whole life. You understand? Now, get looks out of the way. We get looks out of the way. Looks don't really matter. Looks is just the initial whatever. Right? But even nowadays, you don't even need to even go approach a woman, and you don't have to even go approach a woman to talk to her. You can DM a woman on Instagram, or you can put some food bait on your stories and the bitch be like, oh, I want some and all that. You could get it like that. You see what I'm saying? Just as long as you don't look crusty and dusty, you can fly so long as you spitting shit in her ear. You see what I'm saying? The best players in the world, bro, wasn't 6'2" Chads. Listen, that Chad, that's an internet nerd concept, because they think that the good looking guy in high school, they think he was getting good look. They think that he was getting girls because he was good looking. He was getting girls because he wasn't scared to go talk to girls. That's why he was getting girls. I'm gonna say this again for you guys in high school and college. The guy that you see in college that's getting all the girls and fucking all the girls, they doing that because they not scared to go talk to him. That's why. You understand what I'm saying? Now, they let their looks be a source of confidence for them so they can go talk to women. But the women are not just throwing themselves at these guys and popping up at it. No, they go approach these women at parties. They put themselves on, they go in the party with their shirt off and go talk to women and go holler and close the deal. That's how they get into women, you know, and they use their looks as a source of confidence. You don't have to, you can pull confidence from a lot of different places. You understand? But, you know, looks out of looks, money, status, looks are the least important, right? Even if you pair looks with game, right? Because game is the glue behind our game is the multiplier for everything, right? Even if you pair looks, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pair game with looks, I'm gonna pair game with status, I'm gonna pair game with money, right? And I'm gonna show you what's more important, right? If you pair looks and you put some heart, some real good game behind that, I'm talking about just game. If you paired looks with just game, you still wouldn't be able to sustain a relationship for too long. Because all you is just a nigga who look good and can talk fly and know a little something. You still have nothing tangible for nobody to stick around with you forever. It's still not sustainable for too long. That's how much looks don't matter, bro. You can put game behind your looks, and the most you'll be able to get is some act right sexually. You see what I'm saying? And a little bit of cooperation for a little bit, for a while. But a woman to start to realize I'm not really getting nothing out of this. Y'all just gonna be fucking a lot. And at the end of the day, you're gonna be drained. Y'all just gonna be fucking a lot, bro. Looks in game, you get fucking. That's cool, right? But you can't, if you just had looks, right? For the guys that looks maxing and all this, if you just had looks and you pair game with that, the most you will not be able to sustain nothing for no long term. Because the women can't eat that, bro. They can't eat that. Now let's talk about status. When I ripped and ran, I had a little bit of, quote unquote status, but it was on a much smaller scale. So I did understand the level of status. Like I know what it's like to be in a club and you and your homies is the ones with all the bread. And y'all got the bottles and the tables and y'all shut the club down. I know what that feels like. That's cool, but that only lasts for the night, right? So I do have some experience with status. Now with status is more important than looks, right? The thing with status, the strong point with status is when you have status, like now I have status for real. Like a woman can go, if I could be like, woman be like, what you do? I just tell her, go to my page, go to my personal page, go to my TikTok page, go to my Facebook, my YouTube, whatever. And she will see tons of people praising me for my work. Tons of people, men and women. That's status, right? When women see that, you don't have to like. What I've noticed with doing this, women come out the gate, they come fucking with you. They come correct out the gate. I would say if I had to tell you what to look smack, whether you look smacks or try to build some type of status, I would say focus your efforts on building some type of social status, because before I got to this level, I didn't really understand it too much. Like I saw it on a smaller level, but that's like in the club and in the streets and shit. And that's a very small world. And it don't matter outside of that. But now like women will see you and they see the work you put in and they see how other people value you. They see how other people treat you. And when they don't come at you playing. And now if you put game behind that, mouthpiece behind that, it's solid, bro. You see what I'm saying? Now you can have status and be a goofy. Game is needed with all of this shit. Because if you ain't got no game, you're just a good looking goofy. If you ain't got no status, you're just a good looking popular. You're just a popular goofy. If you ain't got no game and you got money, you just a good look, a rich lick. You just a rich goofy, a rich mark, a rich target. You see what I'm saying? So you need game again. The game is the glue and the multiplier. But if you pair status and you put game behind your status, you women, you could be ugly as fuck. Like you could be like, just the fact that the qualities that it takes to get a following, to make people praise you, to provide value to the world, these qualities transfer into relationships. And these are the things that some of these things are the things that women find sexy and make them get wet. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have a social status, you can be 5'4". You see what I'm saying? And a woman can still get wet from you just based on the qualities that you have. You needed certain qualities to basically, get the masses to follow you, get people to follow you and look at you like a leader and treat you like a king and treat you like, you understand what I'm saying? So status, if you had to pick whether you go focus on looks or focus on your status, your energy should be put in building some type of status. Because I'm telling you, when women come at you, they come at you differently. Now, if I didn't have what I had going on now, let's say I had a lawn care business, but I was still successful and had money, I would have to damn near convince a woman that she need to come at me correctly. You have to do a lot more like Mac boots and pimp boots and fucking a lot more convincing and a lot more, I don't want to say convincing, but a lot more. You have to demonstrate your value a lot more. With this, I don't have to what I built for myself. I don't have to demonstrate shit. Like a woman will come in, a woman can just go on my personal Instagram page and only got 2,000 followers and see 50 comments of people saying, man, you the greatest of all time. Women, oh, I love him so much. That's enough. So they know I ain't even the one to even play with. You see what I'm saying? You gotta come correct. You have to come correct to be fucking with a person, a motherfucker like me. So status is cool. Now, if you pair, make sure y'all like the video. Guys, make sure y'all like the video. If you pair looks and you pair status and you put the game behind it, it still would be as strong as money and game. The most powerful thing in this world is resources and money. And if you have game behind that, you have everything. So if you had to focus on which one you're going to get to have a happier life and a more successful life with women, I would say focus on money, getting your money and getting your game up. If you put game behind money, you are the most powerful man on this planet. You can be 6'5". You can be 6'5". You can be 6'5", drop dead gorgeous, and you can be at a gas pump in a Toyota Corolla. And I can be 6'1", titties, man boobs, whatever, and my motherfucking Crocs looking just like this, and I pull up in a new BMW and a Rolex on and diamonds in my ear. Most women will choose me over you. Most women will choose money over good looks any day. Most women anywhere, which I don't care where you from in the planet, most women are going to choose the man with the money over anything. Now, if you don't got no game and you just a goofy with money, you're a target. But if you have game back in your money, you are unstoppable because money can influence and money can control. People become slaves to resources, women included. Money can, if you're a guy that knows how to use your money, listen, bro. Now, if you got all three, you're blessed. But rarely will people have all three. You see what I'm saying? Rarely will people have all three. But if you have all three and you can pack that with the game behind it, you Gucci. But I would say focus on the money because money, resources is influence and it's control and it's very powerful. It's way more powerful than status. You can get a lot of sex with status, right? But money you can influence and money you can control if you're doing it the right way. And I'm not telling you guys to be some narcissistic controller bitch with money and all that, but you money basically can get anything done with money. You know, focus on 2 out of the 3 at best, but make sure you got game back with all that. And I would say focus on looks the least. Do what you can to get by, but a man with status and money and game will be the good looking jock any day. A man with money will be the dude that look good any day. If a woman see me and she know I got money and she see you and you look drop dead gorgeous, she will come with me any day of the week, bro. Easy. I've seen this, bro. I didn't realize this, man. I didn't realize the power of money until I started getting money in the streets. Until I start getting money in the streets. And you will get pussy faster with money than with good looks. I'm gonna say that again. You will get, even if you don't pay for it, even if you're not paying for it, you will get pussy faster if a woman know you got money than if you look good. Trust me. Trust me. It was so easy pull up in a BMW, you got all your shit on, you shining and shit. It's like literally, it's like just that. It's like that easy. And I've experienced that before. It's literally that easy, bro. With a lot of women. With the majority of women. You see what I'm saying? Resources are very powerful. Currency and money is very, very powerful, especially if you got game behind it. You got common sense behind it. You got integrity. You got fucking, masculinity and righteousness behind that money and a mouthpiece behind that shit. You are unstoppable. You can be short, you can be fat. This is why Beauty and the Beast is a thing. That's the concept of the Beauty and the Beast. You see what I'm saying? You see a lot of beauties with beasts. Listen, you see all these fine women on Instagram. You see all these fine women on boats and all this shit. It ain't no studs on them goddamn boats. You see what I'm saying? Most millionaires and shit with money and shit, they don't look like Myron with the six-pack and all that shit. Most guys with paper don't be like super handsome like that, but they get all the women. Most of these chicks you see on Instagram sit with these big ass houses and in situations they be with ugly ass fat short dudes that got bread. If you got bread, if you got game behind your money, you cool. Now, just because you got money don't mean you're gonna be successful with women. Because if you got money and you ain't got no game, a woman, listen, women are hardwired to separate you from your resources. Well, that's what women are put here to do, to separate you from your money. So if you ain't got no game, a bitch gonna get you. Bitch gonna lick you good. However, get your money and get your game up. And if you can, throw your status in there. Make sure you look good enough to get it to pass. Whatever it's a passing grade, if it's a C, that's what I do. Unless I'm going to an event or something like that. And even then, just depending on the type of event. You understand what I'm saying? So is money better than status? Money is way more powerful than status any day, because money is influence. It has, status can be influential too, but you can always buy somebody. Or if you can't buy them, you can influence them or rent them or control them with money, with resources. You understand? Men who got game that's get money is the most powerful people ever. So a lot of these dudes can't fuck with me. That's why I'm not like, I don't be like super about my looks, because I know a lot of dudes can't fuck. When you can take some of the most handsomest dudes that's on this YouTube talk about looks maxing and all this shit, that's all they concerned at. You can take 38-year-old me with my dad body and put me and them in the same room with women and see who can come out on top. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, money is way better than status. Money is the ultimate, the end all be all. People do whatever for money, men included. So, Lewis, I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? But yeah, if you guys got any questions for me, go ahead and put them in the chat, because I am about to get out of here. You paired looks money, which means game can't stand on its own. I finally got my answers to the limitations of game. It needs to be paired to be of value. The RP is real. Thank you. No, the RP ain't real. The RP is bullshit. Let me tell you something about game, Jack. Let me tell you something about game. When you gonna get up with AMS? I don't know. How much you charge for YouTube consultations? I don't do YouTube consultations. But the red pill is bullshit, bro. Trust me. The red pill is bullshit. And I stand on that. Now, it's if it helps you make your life better and it helps you not be taken advantage of, I'm all for it. I never, I can't take that away from that. We're gonna agree to disagree. We gotta agree to disagree because I know what I'm talking about. I live. That's the difference between me and a lot of these other niggas y'all watch. I live with the shit I be talking about. The shit I be talking about, I live it. So it ain't even nothing in debate, to be honest. It ain't nothing even to debate, to be honest. That red pill shit is bullshit. That red pill shit is bullshit. It comes from a jaded place. It comes from nerds on the internet who was studying people like Tariq Nasheed and Ron Wills and Steve Dean and what's my man name? Rest in peace, that died. Alan Roger Curry. These guys in the late '90s, and I think Tariq Nasheed kind of spearheaded it. But in the late '90s, niggas from the street started realizing that they can teach game on the internet, and they started making a lot of money doing it. And what the red pill community was doing and the pickup community was doing was taking these guys' shit and putting it on the internet and repackaging it. But it was coming from a disgruntled place because the guys on the internet, the white guys on the internet who was getting shit on by women and that was autistic and all that shit, it was very like on some bitter shit. You see what I'm saying? And but the real game come from the streets, bro. It ain't no red pill shit. That's internet bullshit, bro. That's internet bullshit, to be honest with you. I know my history on it when it comes to shit like this. I know where it started. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. I think maybe Steve was early '90s. I don't remember, but I know Tariq Nasheed was like '98, '99. I'm talking about with game from the streets, like talking on some real shit. You see what I'm saying? But this is the thing. You talking about contestant. I'm talking about who brought the game to the internet. And fuck all the contestant and how you feel about people. I'm talking about facts. Who brought the game from the internet and who disgruntled white guys took their shit from. You know, pickup artists and all this shit took their shit from these guys who brought this type of shit to the internet. This is facts. Tariq Nasheed, Alan Roger Curry, rest in peace, Steve Dean, and I think Ron Wills and a few other guys. You see what I'm saying? They took the shit from the streets and put it on here. And guys interpret. That's why you ask these red pill people what game is, and they can't even tell you. They say it wrong. They use it wrong. It's all bullshit. And a lot of these guys, again, the red pill shit came from the internet, period. That's internet nerd bullshit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If you was outside, you ain't no red pill. How you was outside? How can I claim to be something that was invented on the internet? And I come from this shit. Like I come from the shit that these motherfuckers, I come from that shit. So how can I claim to be something that's like fantasy shit that come from a movie? And I come from the real shit. Dre the only one to give Tariq his props. He the blueprint to this game shit. Dre just came and took it to another level. Yeah, I don't know why people don't give Tariq Nasheed his credit, bro. Maybe because he's doing the race shit now, but Tariq Nasheed was the truth. And niggas know that. And everybody know that. I'm talking about forerunners of this shit. Like put the game the type of game that we got that we had in the hood and in the streets, that shit, the square world didn't know nothing about that. Square world didn't know how to deal with women and get what you want out of women. Them guys didn't know them. It was the true real beta cucks. Stop asking me what do I think about other men. Listen, for anybody asking me what you think about this guy, well, I don't think shit. I don't think about other men, bro. I don't. There's too much pussy in the world. It's too much. I got too much shit to do. I got a course I got to do. I got a book I'm trying to write. I got kids. I don't have the capacity to think about no other man, bro. I'm not getting no money with. I don't think nothing of them. Did you want to be a pimp back in the day? Yes. All right. So somebody asked me earlier, and I'm about to get up off here. I can't remember the exact question. I can't remember the exact question. How do you how is it is guys find it hard to be faithful when they have a lot of options? That's not true, bro. Your woman just don't do it for you, bro. If you listen, if you had the right woman, if you had the right woman doing you and fulfilling you like you need to be fulfilled and pouring into your life, and you had a purpose that you had to attend to and other things you had to attend to, you wouldn't even have the capacity to deal with no other women. I'm just being 100% completely honest, bro. If you had a woman who poured into you the way that you need to be poured into and met all of your needs and stimulated you like you needed to be stimulated, and I'm not just talking about sex, and like provided you that much value, and you had a purpose in your life and you was busy and you was doing shit, if you had that, I'm not talking about a bitch who just cook and clean for you. You wouldn't even have the energy to entertain nobody else, bro. I just gave women the key to I just literally also gave women the key to how to keep a dude from cheating on you. So if any women looking, I just gave you the whole game. A lot of guys never really went through that phase of a lot of guys never really went through that phase of like getting a lot of women. And so I guess they got to get that itch out of their system. And also a lot of guys are with women who don't really serve them and pour into them and really truly meet their needs and actually stimulate them. Most guys are with women that just think they look good or the bitch cook or whatever, or they just happy they got a woman. And so the woman don't really be meeting their needs. Like you still be empty and shit. A real one will pour into you, and not only will she pour into you, she will stimulate you enough to where you don't have the capacity to fuck with nobody else, bro. Trust me, I didn't think that existed, but now I know. I understand that now. Getting older and having experience, I understand that now. You see what I'm saying? That's the same thing with women. Like if a woman is if a woman is like locked in, you know, most men are monogamous. They say, oh, you give a guy a blue check and you give a guy a blue check and $1 million, he gonna. That's not true, bro. That's not true. You got a lot of successful. Look at the stats. A lot of billionaires and super 100-millionaire guys, a lot of these guys are married, bro, and they don't hang out with nothing but married people. They don't cheat on nothing. They faithful to their one woman. A lot of the richest guys with the most money are married to one woman. Now, at some point, do they end up cheating? Cool, yeah, whatever. But a lot of they bitches be headaches and they don't provide them no type of value. They be arguing or whatever. But you can see the guy, a guy who is a good prime example of this is Patrick Bet-David. I really like Patrick Bet-David. Gazillionaire, bro. He'll tell you he don't hang, and it's a guy that worked for him that talk about this too. The guy that do the Valuetainment Money show it's like a dating show now. It tell you about him like gazillionaire. He don't cheat on his woman. He go home. He work and he go. He don't even hang with. They say he don't even hang with people who not married. What's my man name? Grant Cardone. That man be all about his wife. Him and his woman be everywhere together. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that a lot of the times when you see niggas bouncing around like that, not to believe, I know these niggas needs not being met. That's all. And you're not being stimulated enough. Stimulation will drain your energy, bro. And if you had the right woman in your corner, she know what to do and not just fucking suck you. See, y'all think it's about fucking and sucking. Y'all think it's just about fucking and sucking. You understand? But a decent woman, not a decent woman, but the right woman, you wouldn't even have the capacity, bro. Because you'd be with her, you'll be dealing with her, and then if you have a purpose to it, at the end of the day, you don't have the energy to do no shit like that. And then when you see a person that so a lot of guys won't get to this level, not won't get to this, but they're not at this level, and they're not at this level because they've never really been players like that. They never really been players like that, so they'll never get to this level I'm about to talk about. When you see a person doing you good, when you see a person who's doing you good and they are actually meeting your needs, like your emotional needs, your voids, your physical needs, they doing everything and they stimulating you, and you see how much this adds to your life, you're not going to want to ruin your home for a hotel, bro. Especially if you lived that life before. Like right now, I wouldn't cheat, number one, because it's stupid to cheat. But if I can't be faithful to one woman, I'm just not going to be in a relationship. But I have the capacity to be with one woman because I slept with a bunch of women before, and I don't have the energy to maintain multiple women or two women. I don't see how niggas could be polyamorous or whatever they call it. I don't got it in me. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's not to say that something is wrong with dealing with multiple women, because it's not. It's nothing wrong with dealing with multiple women. But what I'm saying is, the right woman who meets all of your needs and stimulates you, and not just physical needs, not just fuck you and serve you and just say and shut up and say yes, sir. I'm talking about truly meet your needs and feel you. You're not going to have the capacity to deal with nobody else. You're just not. But this is the thing: a lot of women don't know how to do that. So if you get you one that you can do that, what is the game about to you? The game is about making yourself the best person that you can be so you can get the best results that you can get, and so you can make everybody else happy. The game is about, the game to me is about providing value to not only yourself, but the world and to women. You understand? The world, women, children, that's what the game is about. But that starts with you. It starts with the man in the mirror. You know, so ultimately the game is about you. Shout out to Steve. Ultimately, the game is about you. Don't like Steve. Steve cuts your ass out one day or something, but probably that's why you don't like Steve. But you know, ultimately the game is about providing value, man. It's about providing value, but that starts with you. But anyway, man, I'm reached the end of my time in here. I would like all of you guys to go join the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip. The playersclub.vip, where you get some real game, no theory, like my boy Steve and Lucario them say. Shout out to Lucario. Yeah, you Steve cursed you out, obviously. But you can get some real game, no theory. Shout out them boys, Miles, 1950. Yeah, come on over to the playersclub.vip. Holla at me. I see you guys soon. See you guys next week. Friday, I got a podcast coming out. It'll be on Apple, Buzzsprout, Spotify, YouTube, about how to get over breakups. You know what I'm saying? And the consequences of making bad decisions with the women that you deal with. So be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be very thorough. But anyway, guys, your gracious game advisor, none other than yours truly, Captain Saber Bro, King Dre. I am gone.